Right, hey guys, my name's Mike, also known as CDRomatron. I've got Tricro and commentary.
Hello, I'm Tricro.
And yeah, we're gonna play some N-Tranced. We're gonna be doing Beat Entropy, which is the effectively true ending. We're gonna be going through all the levels, getting the additional gem shards.
Yeah, it's meant to be fun.
It's gonna be fun. So let's get started. Do you wanna hit the button?
Sure, I'll hit the button. Okay, so 3, 2,
1, go!
Hey, timer started.
Fantastic.
Cool, so sliding is faster, and then spinning to break the blocks.
So we'll be doing a mixture of sliding and spinning, primarily because a slide is fast, but the end of a slide is quite slow. So you can cancel the end of a slide with a spin to result in pretty fast movement.
Cool, so animation cancelling and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. So this first level is relatively simple. This is just teaching the game's mechanics.
So
We're just gonna
jumping,
through
all those things.
and nothing much to pick up here. The only things we're going to be picking up in the game are the crystals, which are in relatively obvious places, as well as the gem shards. Now, there isn't one in that level, but there will be in every other platforming level.
Oh, cool.
And
Now
of
we're going
course-
the other way around and
Yeah.
surfing.
So, you know, this is what every speed game needs. Like, you know, a minute in, we have an auto-scroller. Fantastic.
Oh darn it, it's Jaws.
So, now we're just running away from the shark. You can mostly just cheese this level. You can just stay at the right and hold B to win.
I remember those games. It's good. Lovely.
But yeah, the rest of the levels will be a bit more complex. So this mask that's following me, that's Aku Aku. He will give me an additional hit, so when Crash hits something, he dies. However, with Aku, I can take an additional hit. Now, when you reach 3 masks at the same time, you will be invincible for a short period of time. And there's a few times we're going to be using that to our advantage, and there's going to be some times where we're not going to bother with the mask, and we're going to purposely use the mask just to get past a difficult part.
Yeah. So in other games, it will give you like a speed boost or a change of movement or something. And so I'm
Yeah.
guessing it does something similar
So
in this.
game, all it does is make you invincible.
Nice.
And gives you effectively a damage aura around you to break blocks, which there's sometimes we're going to need to purposely avoid getting third mask form, as there might be like a bridge of blocks we need to cross, and otherwise we would just fall through because of the damage aura.
Nice.
So there's 3 themes to the platforming levels in this game. There's the Egyptian, Arabian, and later on we'll see prehistoric. So I purposely picked up 2 masks in the previous couple levels, so we could use them here.
So that's the golden
So
look of the mask.
This is the 3rd mask form.
Ah,
the
cool,
bongos
yeah.
playing. So we use the 3rd mask just to get through that. That's the only reason we take them.
Nice.
But it works out to be slightly faster as far as I'm concerned.
Scared
So
me
we're
for a
coming down
second.
here. So there's a gem shard. So in all of the Egyptian levels, there's going to be red ones and different colored ones for each of the levels. The reason we're getting that is because after we defeat the 4th boss, there's going to be 4 gem platform levels.
Nice.
And will be themed after the 3 platforming themes. And as we didn't pick up all the gem shards, then we won't be allowed into those levels. And if we don't beat those levels, we're not allowed to fight the final boss.
So this is sort of like a true ending sort of category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the any% in this game is relatively like bad ending style. Of you defeat the bad hypnotist who stole all your friends, but you never really caught the mastermind behind it. So that's what we're doing this. So a lot of what the gem shards are is they're just like hidden slightly off path.
So that was a green one. So the
Yeah.
Arabians are green, the Egyptians are red, and then the last one's blue?
The last
Probably?
one is blue indeed.
Hey, red, green, blue.
So a little bit of movement through here. If you do a short jump there, you won't actually hit into the monkey bars, which is quite nice. Awesome.
Oh,
Almost. That's fine.
it's
We can
invented.
pick up another mask in a different bit,
Nice.
and that gets us out the Arabian level. So now it's going to be introduction to the Atmosphere levels. Now these are isometric.
Oh boy.
They are horrifying to control, and we are going to do our best to go fast.
Looks as beautiful as like you can imagine.
So a lot of this is just abusing the geometry when we can. Gonna pick up a checkpoint. We're gonna be doing a short skip here. Saves about 10 seconds. Just like roll off this cliff. There we go.
So this is actually a Super Monkey Ball.
No, but sure.
If anyone's wondering, he is on DS, and that's why he's looking. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be just cutting corners whenever we can. And aside from a few intended shortcuts, there's not much to do in these atmosphere levels. Except the second one. Now, one thing that's worth explaining now is how cycles work in this game. So cycles work on a proximity basis, where cycles are effectively frozen until you see them. However, if you die, then the cycles will effectively continue. So I will only know what the layout of all the enemies and such will be if I manage to like do everything successfully. And unfortunately I did fall down there. I need to get back up here. Normally you can bounce along, but I missed that cycle slightly to pick up the mask. And there's the green gem shard. This is one of the few routes in the game where it's faster to do that in any percent as well. A lot of the gem shards are out the way, but in any percent you do end up collecting a few anyway, just because they end up being on optional routes.
You're sure having a fun time riding his carpet now. Is this a small auto-scroller bit?
Yeah, so this is a short auto-scroller bit. The only bit here is to maintain the masks.
Nice.
If I hold back here and check my time, should be
520?
Yep, yeah, 520 sounds about right.
Awesome.
In any percent, you're usually aiming for about 5 minutes there.
So just adding it like 20 seconds on to,
This is why we needed 3 masks, just to break through those. Nice and simple. And we're going to make a nice jump here. Wait for a second.
Hey.
Along. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
And there we
Good
go.
job.
Outer World 1. So now this is going to start being a speedrun.
Oh, hey, speedruns.
So similar to Crash 3, in every single boss, we will unlock a new power-up. And the power-up we get from beating this boss allows us to go very, very quickly. So remember that slide we saw before when we were sliding along? So we unlock a upgrade to that called the Super Slide, where the left trigger in this game acts like a modifier button for your existing abilities.
Is this boss just a timing thing, you know?
Yeah, so this boss is... we stay at the right-hand side of the screen, so he hits the nitros as soon as possible. But aside from that, it's just knowing the patterns. The bottom is usually just really safe.
Cool.
There we go.
I like
And
how you just said, oh yeah, this is a real speed game now as soon as we go into an auto-scroller. Oh yeah,
So
man, that's a lot faster.
by having the 2 masks, I need at least 1 mask to damage you through all that. And as long as I chain my slides correctly, I will be able to get through that with only 1 mask being used. Cheeky little waiting bit here.
Scroll over. Hell yeah.
Ooh, careful.
Do be careful.
So there's just gem shard hiding here.
So yeah, this is a platform, and nitros are just, you know, they'll blow up straight away, and then TNTs, you have to hit them first for them to blow up.
So TNTs are a little dangerous. If you spin them, they will just instantly blow up. However, if you jump on top of them, they will detonate in 3 seconds.
Nice. And then the berries are like a Crash game if you've never played one.
Yeah, so the Wumpa Fruit is, it's simple. You get 100, you get a life.
Yeah.
So we're going to stand on this platform here, wait to line up with this.
Oh, that was nice.
And the Super Slide allows you to slide over a lot of things. Here's Barrel Rolled, so now we're going to be playing as Crunch instead. And, oh, pause the game. I'll start too long. So we're just going to roll off this cliff here, and hopefully we don't die. Amazing, we just skipped about half the level.
Whoa.
So I just need to be really careful here. Got checkpoint, amazing. So like I said, a lot of these cycles are based on proximity. So as long as I don't die, I'll know where they'll be. But if I do die for any reason, then I'm going to take the bits a lot slower because I just don't know where the barrels are. And of course, the perspective is not fantastic. And this level is chock full of lag.
Yeah, I imagine if you hit one of the green things, that'll also just kill you.
Yeah, so all of the barrels act like nitros. Careful.
And
Careful. There we go.
nice.
This is pretty much the end. Just need to run Crystal, make it up the ramp. That's surprisingly difficult. Oh, he's not really cooperative going uphill.
Hey, good job.
So here we're going to show off wall jumping. So by buffering a jump input whilst you're super sliding over a hole allows you to perform a wall jump like that. And we can use that a few times just to optimize getting like around. Like that. We don't really need that mask, it's just a little bit safer because we're in a marathon. So a lot of the wall jumping is just to make some of those doors as soon as they open.
Out of curiosity, was there a reason why you played as a different character earlier, or was that just...
So it's more so the idea of when we beat every boss in this game is just our friends being hypnotized. Also, Gem Shard hidden up here. You're supposed to take the top route, but you can just reach it from there. So because we freed Crunch, Crunch is now helping us. The boss of this world is Coco, and once we defeat Coco, Coco will help us. And when we defeat Fake Crash will eventually come along and help us too.
I love how chill this music is until suddenly the shark appears.
Yeah. So this level actually has a glitch which might happen, which is the game gets confused as to what music track is playing. So sometimes, because it's the only level in the game which swaps music tracks aside from like the bonus levels. So if the glitch happened, then we would... Yeah, so we're now stuck on the invincibility theme. We will now no longer have the regular music. It will just be invincibility and shark, even though we are no longer invincible. This game also has a... Oh.
That's not good. So we can still see it.
Okay, we just need to wake the computer up. We just need to shake the mouse. Oh. What do we...
Keep on going. Clicks on thing. Doesn't work.
Okay.
So the game's still going on his screen, so this is fine, and we can still hear the music.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, we're back.
Is that still the same place?
I didn't do too much.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll just keep going. It's almost done. This is an auto-scroller, so there's not much to see.
See, the music never stops, so...
So primarily what we're just watching out for is the seagulls. When you get in line of a seagull, he will charge towards you. So we just need to watch out for those. And watch out for the shark as well, because the shark can be an insta-kill. Magma Mania, this is the ropes, and the second prehistoric level. Not much to do here. I just need to be careful not to get third mask form in a little bit. Slide off this immediately, fall down here. Oh, there we go. That works. So the reason we don't want third mask form there is because we're going to be coming up to a bridge of boxes, and... oh, darn it. In fact, we're just going to re-enter. So this game is really lenient, and if you leave a level, if you entered the level with a mask, then you will have the mask when you exit back out, even if you did lose it.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, we're just going to crawl under these. There we go.
Just playing
And
it
we'll
safe.
we'll just not mess the jump this time. There we go. So that blue box there is a freeze crate. It will freeze all the enemies on screen, so they basically just don't function for a little bit.
Are there more
shortcut
crates
here.
like that?
There's a few themed crates. So we just hit a helicopter pack, which gives
yeah.
Crash full 2D range of movement. There's also the car pit box, which we saw previously. There's not too many special crates in this game. Aside from like the nitro detonator, which blows up all of the nitros. However, that's not really used in this category.
Where is it used?
So in 101%, you need to get all the gems, and getting all the gems involves breaking all the boxes in the level.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So to break the nitros, you must do that. That's actually an interesting change in the previous level, in the Japanese version, as well as the re-release, in which there was a metal box positioned below that helicopter pack box for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like the helicopter box is like slightly higher. But if you go down with a helicopter pack, you can break the steel crate, which is a thing which normally exists in Crash. You can't really, but it doesn't count towards your box count. So,
And imagine 101, you know?
Yeah. It's like 101 also collects the relics. So in this game, there's also a time trial feature where you can revisit a level and collect a clock. And then when collecting the clock, all the checkpoints get removed, and some of the boxes get replaced with time boxes, which freeze the timer for a certain period of time. That's an interesting change in the Japanese version as well, as they made this category in particular harder by meaning that you need to collect almost all the gems and almost all the relics to face the final boss, which just isn't a thing in this version.
Well, I mean, it's probably a good thing it isn't on this one, at least.
Yeah. So we're going to fall down here. Not fall in the lava. So here we have the ropes. We can just swing across the ropes. Wait. It's a little slow, but the gem shard is down here. And then we're just going to use the mask to blow up the nitros here. Oh, almost. Bit of a short jump there. Let's just re-enter for the mask. The masks are going to be pretty important later on in this world.
And so you get to see this beautiful section again.
Yeah, this bit is actually really satisfying to play.
I can imagine it looks quite odd because of the perspective of like what can you grab onto, but maybe that's just me not having played the game properly before.
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit weird and doesn't quite interact how you'd think it would, but it does so in a consistent way.
Nice.
So there's a rather cheeky wall jump.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, I would like that mask. Thank you. Wait for this guy. There we go. So these carpet bits actually have one of the weirdest and only like real glitches in the game, which is if you get crushed, then you of course die in this game. However, if you die by getting crushed with masks, you will respawn with that many masks that you had when you got crushed, which allows you to respawn with invincibility if you have a pity mask. So here we're going to be using the masks. We're just going to jump through these. Just not worry about the enemies.
Would you ever see that in this run at all? The invincibility respawn?
We don't see the invincibility respawn in this run. However, there is a fun glitch that I'll be showing off later in the run. It'll be in the third level, so that's something to look forward to.
Nice.
This game isn't really glitch heavy, it's more so just abusing a lot of built-in game mechanics. I think probably the closest thing to a glitch is the wall jumping.
So yeah, it's just all exploits, you know, rather than just glitches.
Yeah, this game is pretty vanilla as far as speed game is concerned. So this is the final shark level, but we're not quite done with the auto-scrollers just yet. We'll have a space level after this, and those can be a bit slow and a bit empty. So this bit's just dodging the shark. So I've got to be careful because I get pulled towards the center of the screen for the end, but if you time the shark badly, then the shark can eat you whilst you're, like, can't move. Okay, run from the sun. We push B to win, and we go into speed pads. We can shoot enemies, which is slow. We're probably not going to do that. We have a lot of life. We're just going to tank through as much as we can.
So this is the Coco section as mentioned earlier?
Yeah, this is the Coco section as mentioned earlier. Pretty much all these enemies just do about 10% damage. And this level will probably take maybe like a minute and a half or so. So if there's anything that you guys would like to read, then probably now would be a good
donations
time.
or anything? No at the moment? Oh! Headsets are being put on.
Oh, you love them headsets. Yeah, we do. We have a $30 donation from The Mibulus. Hi, Mibs. Saying, what's up, UKSG? It's ya boy, The Mibulus. Sorry I couldn't make it to the event this time. Hope this donation for Dilled Percent makes up for it. Good luck to all the runners and hope the events go well.
Yes, we may or may not be summoning a cult later, but we'll find out. Don't go silent on me.
So we're just wrapping up this level here. The meteors are particularly dangerous. Each of those will do about maybe like 25% or so. So just need to be a little careful. Oh.
Something's going.
We're clapping. Oh no.
Oh, this is loud.
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened?
We can hear ourselves. That's what happened.
Spooky. Okay, so this is another lava level. This one's pretty quick, but this one we need to be careful in. I would really like to take 2 masks into the next level, so we're just going to play this how we can.
Yeah, do be careful.
Super slide under there to get along the wall and up the rocket.
Is there a little bit of lag there?
There's a little bit of lag in this game, but there's not too much. It's only when a lot is going on screen that you can really feel the impact of any lag. So being careful here, not to hit the underside of that hitbox. Now that was the last mask that we picked up that's in this level, so I'm just going to need to be really careful throughout the last of this. I never quite got that bit because just abandon your helicopter pack to pick up another one.
You know, I mean, that one's, its time was done. It's new chances.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Okay, so instead of going to the left, instead of going to the right, we're going to look to the left here to pick up the gem shard. This is where cycles come into play a lot, and I'm going to just read this as it comes.
There you go.
Awesome, that worked out.
Nice, good job. Is that a bit more random, or...?
So it's not so much random because it can be completely consistent as long as you do the same thing every single time, because it's all based on like when you loaded in the cycles. However, there's so much like intricacy to the movement that it sometimes feels a little random. So this is the fastest we're ever going to see the game go, and we're actually going to see like what could be an out of bounds, but we're not actually going to do the out of bounds bit here. But
Okay.
let's see. Look at that, fantastic. So super
That's
sliding
fast.
on oil is very fast.
Whoa.
Fast to the point of the game's physics sometimes don't work, and if I'm not careful, we will go out of bounds. Which sounds like it might be useful, but the problem is there's no oil out of bounds, so you can never reach the amount of like speed to reach the like out of bounds threshold to ever get back in bounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way to get back in
So
bounds.
you can explore the top of this level all you want, but also this box is always a mask, which is fantastic. Grab that for safety.
Because of course we're still in invincibility.
So, unlike Crash 3, this game has water, but it's a lot more lenient. Whereas in Crash 3, if Crash just like even slightly goes underwater, then close that and reopen it.
What did we need to do before?
Close and reopen it. Just exit out. And DS capture.
Cool.
Fantastic. Cool, you guys just missed the end of the level, nothing much. Big Crash.
Okay,
now,
I'll move the mouse every like 5 minutes or so.
this
or
is
something.
very much
Is
blink
it
and you
just
miss it. So this is Fake Crash, and Fake Crash is over.
nice? Goodbye.
So now we have the Tornado Spin. Tornado Spin is pretty nice. It's going to allow us to hover over some things, but first we have this level. And this is where proximity cycles really come into play, because this has some laser gates. Now the laser gates are a slight bit of a problem because they will insta-kill you, and they will send you a long way back. And when you don't know what the cycles are, then they are very dangerous and can be very slow as well. So I'm just going to make sure I can do this as much as I can first try.
That was scary.
So careful. Get a checkpoint for safety, please. Safety.
Hey, safety.
There we go. And now we can just roll along the ledge here. Now this bit I need to be careful with. There's a bunch of falling barrels followed by a laser thing. So I'm going to spawn the laser thing a little earlier than I would wanted it to be. So careful with this. Oh, oh,
Nice.
can I make it? Can I make it? Yes.
Yay.
Just. There we go. Nice. Like I said, those uphill segments are uncooperative at best, and we're just gonna run off this cliff and hope we don't die. Fantastic.
Hey, is it full damage or just going too far?
So there's a
or-
lot of kill planes in this level, and it's primarily just navigating around those.
And there's the end.
Cool. Corruption Disruption. So we're already in the fourth world of this game. We're almost all the way through.
22 minutes in, we're still good.
This level has a long section to get the jetpack, to get the gem shard, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh, careful. I don't like this D-pad.
Those pixels.
The diagonals are a little weird. Still getting used to it. Cool. So this is just a complete side route. Normally in 90% you'd never need to come down here, but all this houses is the gem shard. Here we just need to be careful with the cycles in the lava. If I pick this up... Oh, okay, we're probably not going to make it.
That's a
Darn.
shame.
So we should be able to make the rest, just because of the function of the proximity cycles. There we go.
And that's that?
That's that. Now we just need to
Hi.
ride this all the way back. And then we can play the level.
Hey.
So this time we don't need to watch out for it because it still just jumps to the left. And we're going to get the checkpoint.
Actually go through it. So do you keep the actual shard if you once you have the checkpoint that going that way?
Yes.
Ah,
So
nice.
we can use the Death Tornado Spin to get over that auto-scroller section there, which is a lot of fun.
Gives you a little bit of height, I see. Well, not height, but no.
Yeah, a lot more
glide.
distance. Yeah. So we're going to use the third mask form here. We're going to maintain this to damage abuse to skip a cycle. So
Which
you
is
can just
that
do this
nice.
with any mask, but you would result in losing the mask. Because if you waited for one of those, the other one's already on camera, so you need to wait for one of them, and then you need to wait for the next one, and then you wait for the next one. But by
yeah.
skipping the first one, you immediately just have access to skipping all of those cycles.
Nice.
This bit's a bit little Monka-esque, so we're just gonna focus. There we go. Sometimes you can just jump fall there. Also,
Hey.
this is the only level where the exit portal is like slightly suspended off the ground, and if you just hold right, you will just fall to your death.
Oh.
So you do need to jump into it. And it's the only level where that happens.
I can imagine that would have killed many people growing up.
Yeah. So this is Rock the Kasaba, one of the hardest levels in World 4 easily. We just need to be careful.
Nice.
We slide along here, we'll always reach the carpet. And there's the carpet. So in this bit, we have a split route coming up here, where there's, on the top route, there's the crystal, and on the bottom half, there's gem shards. So of course, we need to go through one of them completely and then backtrack to get the other. So we'll be going along the bottom to collect the gem shard, and then running up a little bit, because the crystal's pretty near the end of the top route anyway. So we're just going to hug left here, and hope we don't get hit by the enemy down here. So I'm going to stand slightly off screen so he doesn't spawn just yet, and then hit him like that.
So no hit?
And just be careful about these scorpions. Fantastic. And now I'm going to walk through this, just so they're all in the same cycle. Fantastic. If you run through that bit, sometimes a few of them can start their attacks early. Fantastic, and we have masks, so it doesn't matter if the guy up here hits us. Doesn't matter, we hit him anyway.
Cool. We got an extra life. Is that 18 lives now we have? I think so.
Something like
Cool.
that. Yeah, 18.
18. Hell yeah.
Nice. No worries. Cool, another space level, spaced out.
We're spaced out.
This is basically the same, but longer and some harder enemy formations. So in this, you're going to see a lot more of what we call kiting, which is, with these orb enemies, you see they'll fly towards the screen and attack Coco. However, there gets to be a point when they're flying towards you that their X and Y positions are effectively fixed, and you can just kind of like kite around them like that. Take a second to take out these guys. Unfortunately, although in the last level we did of this, we had enough health just to damage abuse through pretty much everything, in this level, not so much, just due to its sheer duration.
How long does this level usually take?
Yeah, this level's about 2.5 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Ah, okay.
Which means this would be a perfect time that if you guys had anything you want to read, then now would be an amazing time.
It would be, indeed. Wouldn't it? If we have anything to read, you can read it now? Anything you want to read out or anything?
You're putting me on the spot.
Haha.
And it's harder because I can hear myself and it sounds weird. But no donations at the moment, but do keep them coming in because remember, this event we are giving away 2 GT Omega chairs. If you do a $25 minimum donation over the entire marathon, you are entered to win one of the chairs. I'll get words out eventually. It's because I'm listening to myself. I never thought I would do that. But yeah, get your donations in. They are going to Young Minds. They are a charity who are fighting to keep Young Minds healthy and providing them any assistance through any difficulties they may come into. They are a fantastic charity and we're happy to be working with them again.
So this bit of the level is just downright evil for the max completion, because there's so many boxes in this, and the only way to, if you missed a box, to go back and get it is to take a death and then respawn at the previous checkpoint. However, there's a bit just coming up at the end here, which we're getting to. I always forget how long this level is, where there is like a boost pad, and if you go through the boost pad when you want to get the boxes, there is not enough time to react to the boxes and shoot them all. But then there's also, you're so close to the end of the level that there's not enough time to die afterwards. So yeah, those are 4 boxes.
Nice.
And then this is the end of the level, so if you miss them, you need to replay the whole level.
Oh. And I can imagine that being annoying and...
Very much so. That's also one of the hardest like relics in the game as well for the time trial mode. Bounce along these. And come down here. Fantastic. So this is the bottom route. The bottom route contains the gem shard. Come on.
Is he messing around with you? Or?
I just need to land on the edge of that platform
cool.
there.
Could you not have spammed him and that's not
So
working?
he's got a shield, so I can't really attack him from the front. So all you can do is either body slam him, or you can slide it like his shield pretty much. So I need to be careful here to not break those boxes. Be careful because the damage aura around Crash. There we go. So we need these boxes to get up here to the crystal.
And that's
Normally in
because
this
we
level
were
you
in
take, like, the
invincible
top
mode,
so-
right?
Yeah. So take the second mask there for safety, and here we go, onto the fourth boss. So in 80%, this would be like the final boss. And to be honest, like, if it weren't for the gem shards, this would be probably not too terrible of an 80% time, except from like, what, the 2 deaths?
Yeah.
So N-Tranced is pretty simple. He has 2 phases. The first one where he's going to jump from side to side and shoot his like quad cannon thing. And then the second phase, we'll be using the propeller pack, and we'll be dodging him. And here we're just going to camp in the corner, because he just won't hit us here.
Nice. That's convenient. Oh, almost.
There we go.
He tried.
He tried. Oh yeah, we also got the super jump. We don't really use that, like, at all. So here, Fake Crash is helping us. If we dunk him down there, then Fake Crash will dump lava on him. Oh, what happened? What happened there? I've never
this is
seen
a
that.
sound effect.
So normally,
This has
that
never happened
orb-
before.
Normally that orb either like causes Crash to duplicate, or it causes him to have his inverse controls. And
Oh,
heck,
man, I'm great at this. Remembering to do the thing.
just close
Yeah,
it.
mouse sensitivity, am I right?
Yeah. Here we go with that.
Cool. I'm sorry. I was too enthralled in paying attention to the game.
So here we just hit him down, hit him to the corner, and we're all good.
Tech would like to request that you stop moving the game feed, please.
I'm sorry. Oh crap.
So there's
No one can
that's
see it.
N-Tranced out of the way. So now we have the final power up, the turbo run, and hopefully we collected all the gem shards because that gives us access to these levels. We also just got third mask form. Hopefully that's okay. Normally you don't get third mask form there. No, that's not okay. So some box in this game have a very small chance of granting you third mask form, and if that happens, then I'm just not ready for that. But we can just jump along here, and this is how this is supposed to go.
There we
There
go.
we
We got
go.
life instead.
Along here. So there's no more gem shards to collect, and there's no more crystals. We just need to run through this. We're going to do the glitch here because we have a mask. Come on. There we go.
Oh.
So if you spin and push a direction at the same time, then Crash will act like he's on monkey bars indefinitely, even when he leaves the monkey bars. However, you can't adjust your vertical height during that, so it's pretty minimal in its use cases. But
Still
it's
looks
very useful
cool.
for the time trial because you can just skip like the end of this level pretty much. Speaking of, we're going to do that once again. It isn't actually faster here, it's just for show. Come on. There we go.
Hey.
So if I ride
So
this
elevators.
over to here. Yep, there we go. There's the gem and the carpet. Up here, and final bit. So by using the glitch, you can just get all the way from like that monkey bars over to the final platform, which is really quick. Firewalker. We're going to start using the run here. The run is a bit slower than the super slide, but we can use it in shorter bursts, and it can be far more controlled.
So what were the other super abilities that we had obtained over the time?
So
Super
we
slide?
had the slide, the jump, the tornado spin.
Sorry.
What is the other one? I guess we don't use it.
Run,
The
jump,
run, the jump, the slide.
the jive? No,
No, not the jive. Who gives you the jump? No, yeah, we've only got 4. Yeah.
okay, cool. I suppose it would make sense since we have 4 sections and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That adds up.
I'm sorry.
No. I was just getting very confused for a minute. I was like,
So wait, what's the 5th one? No.
yeah, there is no 5th one, so that's fine. So here we need to be a bit careful because of the nitros. And we're going to pick up a mask here, and hopefully we can maintain it as long as we can. So I want to keep as many masks as I can for the next level, primarily due to its difficulty, as well as by taking masks out the next level, I can take masks into the final boss. And the final boss is extremely RNG dependent.
Oh, I love them RNG.
So it's one of those bosses where the RNG doesn't really impact your time, but you really just need to like read what the boss is doing and react to it in time. It always takes
So
just
it's
about the
boss
same amount of time.
patterns and such. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 phases are patterns, and then the 3rd phase is just RNG for the patterns.
Nice.
So this is always a mask. We're going to do our best to maintain these. Fantastic.
I'm just gonna move the
You're
mouse.
thinking. So Wild Nile, I don't like this level. I don't think this is a fun level at all. So I'm just going to be careful here. There we go.
Is that because of the nitro?
Mostly because of the nitros. Crashes sometimes by just ducking. He doesn't always cooperate. So we're going to get a mask here and run down. So this is a vertical level and one of the only ones of its kind. So we're going to pull down here, pull down to the right,
Ah,
pull
good
down to
thing,
the
no
left,
full damage.
and we're just going to fall all the way down to the bottom right here.
I imagine this is a pretty cool level. But we're just gonna...
Not really. It's just like a big vertical maze.
Nice.
And over. Oh, I was trying not to lose the mask there, but oh well. But hey, we've still got a mask going into the final boss.
Hey.
And that means I did everything correctly.
So,
So, slight glitch there is that normally the idea is you fight him on one side, and then you hit him, he'll come back to the other side, and then you chase him. However, you can jump over him and fly to the other side during the first phase. So we're using this to manipulate his location. So here, it's a lot faster to catch up with him. You'll see why this is faster when you see how slow the other phases are.
and then he complains, and then you jump on his head.
So like I said, this is all set pattern, so just fire one crouch, one jump, one crouch, one jump. And it's nice and simple.
That's nice to hear. Is it a set number of them as well?
Yeah,
or-
so it's always a set number.
And that's how many.
Cool.
Were you counting? No.
So that's phase 1 down, he will now regenerate, and now the pit is larger,
Oh.
and now he will fire a different set. So now he can fire 2 at a time. But like I said, he'll always do the exact same things for the first 2 phases. But you can see why we can't quite make it.
That's slow.
Yeah, so this is the whole thing of like, oh, you're supposed to jump over the platforms and reach him at the other side, and then he goes off slightly, and then you need to chase him all the way to the other side as well. And it's all just a bit of a pain to do. So as we go through the phases as well, the speed of the bullets will also increase. So we have less and less time to react to them, which is where a lot of the difficulty of the 3rd phase is, because not only do you need to read it, it's also the fastest the bullets are. So you could theoretically use the extra high jump. However, for the 3rd phase, that doesn't work because you don't have enough time to land and then avoid the crouch attacks. Okay, we're just gonna hide off screen. Okay, final phase. So the number of bullets he fires is always the same, but which ones he fires is random. So that one can either be like 1 up, 2 down, 1 up, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. But it's always 4 for the first attack. So let's just not choke here.
Would be bad.
There we go.
Is time coming up relatively soon? Or?
Soon, on the final hit.
Okay, give me some warning.
Will do.
Cool. Shall I?
So
Yeah.
he's being really lenient on that second one. The 3rd attack is where it's going to be really rapid at fire. But I do have a mask, and I've maintained it this far, so that should be good. Nice. Okay, time's going to be coming up when I land the final hit, and the
Alright.
little segment disappears from the UI. Oh,
Oh.
Careful. Time.
Nice. Congratulations, everyone, for defeating Entropy and capturing
Him.
him.
Let's
take a
take
picture.
to celebrate. So yeah, so that's it. No more underlings. Next time we'll face a real adversary. This game didn't get a sequel.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
For now.
they really wanted to do a third.
No,
I'm sure.
plot twist. It'll happen next year. I'm sure of it.
Plot twist. It's fusion.
Oh.
That was the real adversary. Okay. Anyway, that is N-Tranced. We beat Entropy, and that is the run. So thank you guys for having me, and tune in for some more runs.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering, a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year, and we're coming to you live from Glasgow, Scotland. I have some donations to read out. We have a $30 anonymous donation with a witty speedrunner community insider joke. Unfortunately, the anonymous donator hasn't let us know what the joke is, so if you let us know in another donation, we'd love to read it out. And we also have a $25 donation from Cry4, which says, "Let's make Dild great again. Good luck to all poor souls learning Darkest Dungeon speedruns with Trickrow. Best of luck, much love, less than 3." A reminder that this weekend we are raising money to support Young Minds. It is a charity leading the fight for a future where all young minds are supported and empowered, whatever the challenges. Your donations help them to make sure young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's difficulties. Thank you for all your donations. If you have a donation of more than $25 this weekend at any point during the marathon, you will be entered into the prize draw for one of these GT Omega gamer chairs, real gamer hours, gamers only, being modeled here by Tricro and Argic. Those will be shipped directly to you if you win, and you will be the swaggiest McSwagman this side of Scotland. So, get your donations in. We have a $15 donation from Cry4, which is unfortunately not enough to qualify for the chair, which is $25. Oh, is it a sum? Okay, is it 25 in a day? Anyway, his donation message is, a chair you say? I'm in. Thanks for this great marathon. Shout out to Polister and his Minecraft zombie friends Kappa. I would just like to clarify the rules of the GT Omega giveaway. It is a minimum $25 donation over the course of every day. So what we will do is we will combine your donations all together. If you donate $25 over the course of today, there's one chair for giving away, and there's one chair for giving away if you donate more than $25 over the course of tomorrow. So this is United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering Summer 2019, and this is going to be Pikmin 2. The category is going to be Pay Off Debt, and the runner is going to be Jack Draz. Coming up right now.